Welcome to Computopedia, the channel where we learn computer science. In this video, we're going to talk about more in data manipulation, so data manipulation 1, and over here the statement that we're going to explain in this video. So this video are parts of a series of database learning here in Universitas Gadjah Mada. So let's get into it. The first one that we're going to do is to sort the data. So we're going to use the order by statement. When you use the select statement to query data from a table, the result set is usually are not sorted and not sorted by any means. Now, to sort the result set, you use the order by clause, and the order by clause allows you to sort a result by a single column or a multiple column. So it can be sorted just seeing just one column or maybe multiple column. The second one is to sort a result set by different columns in ascending or descending order. So it can be in ascending or in descending. The following statement illustrate the syntax of the order by clause. So we need to write the select first and then followed by from, and lastly the order by. The ascending or descending ASC or DESC. You can choose either one. Do not use two of these. However, by default, the order by clause sorts the result in ascending. So if we don't write anything about ascending or descending, the default is by ascending. These are the examples. If we have tables like this, then we select the contact last name and contact first name from table customer and order by last name. So the left one over here is the last name. We want to order by last name without stating ascending or descending, without writing ASC or DESC. The default is for ascending. So the first row started with A and then B and then so on. And if we state descending or DESC at the order by statement, then the output will from Y, W, V, U, and so on. So from the bottom of the alphabet. That's the example of the order by. The second one that we are going to discuss in this video is about filtering data. There is a lot of statement here, where, limit, and or in between like is null. So let's work with the where clause first. So the where clause allows you to specify a search condition, so some condition for the rows to return by the query. So you want to select a certain rows that follows a certain condition, and then we're going to use this where statement. These are the examples. So from the last name, first name, job title, from tables employees, we want to get the result of the ones that has the job titles are the same as sales rep. So that's the usage of the where clause. In the last videos before this one, it's already mentioned how to use the where clause. Then the third one, the next one is limit. The limit clause is used in the select statement to constrain the numbers of rows in a result set. So if we just want to get the first 10, and then we use limit, just like in the last video when we talk about delete. The limits for selects also just like this one. The limits clause accepts one or two arguments, so it can be just one from the limit, and we can just give 2 arguments. The value of both arguments must be 0 or positive integers, because these are just like an indexing. We cannot write a limit of minus. So if we put 0 and then we didn't return anything, if we just put 1, and then we can return 1 row and so on. We cannot fill it with negative. These are the examples of the syntax of the limit. We see here the select from, and then limit is at the end after the from. The offset specify the first row to return. So the first index, the first row of the return, the ones that we want to return. The offset of the first row is 0, not 1. So the first index of a table is 0, just like any other programming language. Most of the programming language index start with 0. So the first offset is 0, and the default offset is 0. So if you don't write anything, and then the offset is set to default by 0, and then you just the count. And the count specifies the maximum numbers of rows to be returned. These are the examples. I want to limit just 10, and then it will just display or giving a result of 10 rows. The next one is n. N is an operator, logical operator. So it was used for the conditions. Here are the syntax. So we have one Boolean expression and two the second Boolean expression. If we want to combine them, for example, the condition have to fulfill both of these, then we will use the AND statement. Here we will be using the AND in where statement, in the where clause. So to select customer name, country, state from table customer, where the country is USA and the state is CA, California, I think. The same is for OR. So rather than AND if you have to fulfill both of them, and OR if you can just fulfill one. So for example, here we see where country is USA or country is France. So both the USA and France customer are being resulted on the result set of this select. The next one is the in operator. This is quite, I would say, quite unique. We see here that the in operators allows you to determine if a specific value matches any value in a set of values or returned by a subquery. So here we see over here the value with value 1, value 2, and so on. This is like a list of value, and the where expression, we want to like compare between this value. In this case is the column 1. The value on the column 1 should be in one of these one. So for example, if we want to say USA and France, we put like this. So where country in USA or France is the same like this one, where country USA or France or what. But if we use this kind of statement, it's going to be more precise and well prettier. And these are the in syntax. At the back side of the coin of the in syntax are the not in syntax. So this is like the 180 degrees of the in, where the function is to check whether the if we say here the country is not in USA and France, so this select will produce office code, city, and phone of the offices that is not in USA and not in France. So that is in and not in clause. The next one is between. So the between operator is a logical operator that allows you to specify whether a value in a range or not. So just like in and not in, I think the concept of between is to find your value if in a set of value or not. The between operator is often used in the where clause, just like before, in and not in. The where clause of select, update, and delete. The following illustrates syntax of the between operator. So we have the expression between begin expression and next expression. For example, here we have the between syntax. So select from table products where the buy price is between 90 and 100. So any price between 90 and 100 will be outputted as a result in this query. And also at the other side of the coin, there exists not between. So if we see here not between 20 and 100, there may be all of the buy price that have the value of 1 until 20 or maybe 19 and more than 100, so 101, 102, and so on. Those numbers are the ones that are being resulted as the query result. Next, we are going to talk about the like operator. The like operator is a logical operator that tests whether a string, so this is a specific clause for string, if a string contain a pattern, a specific pattern or not. And here are the examples of the syntax of the like operator. We have expression and then like and then the pattern itself. We have escape and then escape character. Let's see what's wrong with this one. The like operator is used in the where clause, just like the ones before. Most of them are on the where clause of the select, delete, and update. So you can use it on these three statements to filter data based on patterns. The MySQL provides two wildcards characters for constructing patterns. The percentage and the underscore. So these are the patterns. The percentage wildcard matches any string of 0 or more characters. So we can many here. For example, on this point, for example, we have s percentage match any string that starts with the character s, such as sun, 6, summer, and so on. And so on. All of words, all of string that start with s are considered the same or look alike. And then the underscore wildcard matches any single character. So just single character. For example, the SE underscore matches any string that starts with SE and is followed by only one character. For example, C and Z and Z and so on. That's the like clause. Here are the example. From the tables employee, we want to find that the first name has an A characters. So we can see here the A percentage. These are the pattern. All of the first name that start with A, and then we can find we found this one. And for the second example, we want to select from employees where last name is ended by on. So Peterson, Thompson, Patterson. All of people who have on at their last name will be outputted as the result. Here are the like in the underscore syntax. The underscore can be any characters, Tom or Tim or anyone. For this example, there's only just one name who have the name of 3 characters started with T and ended with M. Now, the next clause is null. As we know, before I talk about this one, in databases, especially in MySQL, if there is no value at all, it will be considered as null. So if you are frequent user of Python, in Python rather than using null, they are using none, N-O-N-E. But in MySQL, we are using null as the one that stating that there is no value in this set, in this value, in these items. Now, the is null is to test whether a value is null or not. So you use the is null operator. The following syntax is null operator. If the value is null and then the expression returns true, otherwise it returns false. This one is still used on the where clause. For example, here we have the customer name and the country and the sales representative employee number. We want to find the customer that doesn't have the sales rep, that didn't have the sales representation. So we see here the ng resellers and so on until the Franken give. And in this examples of query, it was shown that the order by is used. So we see over here on the output that all of the value of the column sales rep employee number are null, just like the where clause over here. And that is the data manipulation. We already learned about is null, like, and between are just like in, but more prettier way. Really? And not really. Yes, it is similar in between and in and or and just like this. All are similar, and all of these data manipulation are used like this from this one, mainly used on the where clause. So we want to find the select data from the database using the where clause, and that's it. Most of them, yeah. Okay, I think that's that for this video. We already talked about the data manipulation. I hope you learned something in this video, and in the next video we're going to continue for the data manipulation. So please see in the next video and subscribe to Computerpedia channel for videos like this to learn computer science. So that's from me. See you on the next video. Goodbye. Subscribe and like. Don't forget to like. I will upload these videos maybe in another month. Bye.